it. And if you were so wise, you wouldn't sit. And if you were so wise, you wouldn't sit.
Hello, and we are terribly sorry for being quarter of an hour late, and hello to everybody from Facebook that's joined us. We have had some technical issues, but we are up, we are ready to go and tell you all about the first update for Asphalt 9 Legends. I am, as always, your host Alex, and I am joined again, well maybe as always, hopefully as always, joined by Antoine, the Antoine Cabrol, Principal Game Designer of Asphalt 9 Legends.
Hi guys.
Thank you for joining us once again.
A pleasure.
Great to have you here, and yeah, always a pleasure to have you. So, as you have probably guessed, oh no, first, I should also mention that Mina is going to be in the comments answering your questions in chat. If you've got any questions, anything you want to know other than why we're late, that was just a technical issue, she will be there on hand to answer as we go. And she's who you will normally talk to anytime you deal with us on social, so get to know her there, she's great. We are here to talk about the first update for Asphalt 9 Legends, and it's what we have called the Club Race Update. It brings a whole host of improvements to the club, tweaks, and also responding to a lot of feedback from you in the community. We're going to be looking at those features, which include we're going to be looking at that and also other features that we've been bringing, including improvements to leaderboards and controls, plus the arrival of new daily tasks, seasons, and yes, even a couple of new cars. So, we're also going to be taking a few of your questions, and we're going to be answering them from Twitter. Finally, one last note before we get into the action. The update is live now on iOS and Windows and is coming to Android soon. So be sure to keep an eye on Asphalt 9's social channels to find out when it hits. I'm sure Mina will be dropping in the comments links to those very, very soon. Okay, so while I know everybody is excited to hear a lot about the club and multiplayer updates that are coming, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the first new car to come to Asphalt 9 Legends, and it's a D-Class car, the Lotus Elise Spirit 202-220.
All right. Should we show it in the garage?
Yeah, let's jump to it. That's not it.
Nope, that's it.
Whew. There was a lot to cover there.
So here it is. So I'll give a quick description of the type of car it is. So it's a D-Class car. It's got a very low top speed compared to other cars, but everything else is amped to the max.
A zippy kind of a slalom car.
So it's a car that's very nimble, and in particular, it's not a car that thought for like expert players. I thought it more for like beginner players, but I think top players can do special things by taking curves, especially tight on the more curvy roads. So it's an interesting car. It also has a special feature that it has a lot of progression. So even though it starts with a very low car rank, it ends up being fairly powerful once it's fully upgraded.
You guys have made a car for me. A car for beginners that ends up quite powerful. That
That's the one.
sounds like exactly where I need to live on this. So I did a little bit of looking into the car. The one thing that I really kind of picked up on instantly was the acceleration, which, as you mentioned, is pretty nippy. 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. That is going. So how does that compare to other cars in class?
Well, it's at stock when the car is not upgraded. It's a tiny bit above the rest of the pack, but once upgraded, it blows them out of the water.
Okay.
The thing is, in multiplayer in particular, you will get ahead of the opposition. The question is, will you stay there?
Close the gate. Close the gate.
Well, you need to resist their attacks when they are too top speed. So that could be fun. The fast car acceleration against the guys catching up with a faster car.
Try not to get bulldozed through. Got to make the most of the
Well,
nimbleness.
it's a tiny car. You can maybe try to avoid them.
Right. So let's take that on the road.
Yeah.
Because another thing that's coming with this update for the Lotus is that it's not just a new car, it also brings with it a new event, which is a Lotus-specific event in Chapter 2.
So in career, once you unlock the Elise, which would be fairly easy to get, it's a friendly car. You can get it in normal packs, and maybe we'll have different ways to get it soon enough. But we will get it soon. It's like it's almost like a present to the community for Update 1. So it unlocks a full new season with its reward. It's got blueprints for it as well.
20 races in there, I think.
So it was up to 20 races. Oof. So the first one was in San Francisco. So we'll give it a spin there. Yeah?
A nice high flying, like lots of hills on this one.
Off we go. So this time we deactivated. We removed horizon tilt.
Wait, I mentioned this previously when we were having a look before, but it's called Rush Minute.
Yeah, Rush Minute.
But it's a 90-second race.
It is. But I suppose if you go with a much faster car, it will be a minute.
Okay, it's like a challenge. Like aim for the stars.
That's the one. So it goes.
Okay, so we're moving up, trying to get through them. Is it? Oh, you're just racing other Lotus at this point.
Yep.
Cool.
Because it's a Lotus.
Of course.
Event.
Now you say it. I feel silly for even having mentioned it.
Well, we could have put more cars. I mean, there's no set rules for that sort of thing.
Steaming through there though. I'm just going to reach over to the phone quickly and make one little change so people get gameplay. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, there was no gameplay?
There was no gameplay audio.
Well, that's better.
Just flicking over. I remember doing that before, so making sure you guys can hear all the action as we tear around the track. Yeah, get that corkscrew in. Barrel roll. See, this has me a little nervous because, as we've said, this is the club race update, which means that there are going to be races. And basically every time I watch you race, I get a little nervous because you are clearly far more skilled than me. And my only hope is to continue talking so much that I distract you and put you off.
Well, that often works.
Yeah. I have a little more practice talking
get distracted.
and playing. Yeah. It's my only chance to talk inane dribble to you and keep you busy. Oh. Every time I've tried that, I've just ended up playing straight into the roof. So, yeah.
And shockwave finish. Whee! There you go.
Through to the end there.
So it's a fun little car. Granted, it doesn't have a high top speed, but between the nitrous that lasts virtually forever, especially upgraded, the handling that takes you lets you take the curves like to the rope, and the acceleration that's best in class. Well, it should be able to defend itself. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Should we have a look at a few of the upgrades for it? I think we skipped over that before.
Well,
we were looking at how fancy it looked.
We can have a quick look at the upgrade screen indeed.
I'd say we take it for another spin, but I think the next race is actually for a higher class.
Oh yeah, it would be very hard to win. Car rank is like way under, as you can see there.
Yeah, that is quite a lot under, even maxed out. Do you reckon? What do you reckon?
Well,
do you reckon if you max it out,
we can just try.
A shot?
Let's buy some upgrades there. It's a G-class car, so it's fairly cheap.
Yeah. Pour in all those credits. Get it souped up. Okay, and the nitro. Where do we end up at this? We're going to get all the way. Close.
Well, it's not bad.
Okay, let's hit the track then. So we're still going to be about I think 500 Bit
Well,
slower?
probably I won't make it.
I've seen you win these before.
The boss AI will probably wreck me. Plus, as you notice, there's some cheeky security forces
Oh, yes,
waiting
of
for
course.
me, and they don't make it easier.
No. I mean, but even the what was the other Lotus for this
The
race?
Evorum.
The Evorum. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes, there we go. Even that was at its base level, kind of still a lot.
Right, you need a couple of upgrades to
Yeah,
get
he'd
it
still
right.
be struggling to hang on the top level here. But we've still got him in our sights, which is generally more than I manage at this point.
And here's the security forces.
Closing in. It's a little unfortunate your opponent's so far ahead of you here, because it's not making it any easier for you, because he's really harassing you.
He's actually behind.
Isn't it? Oh, what?
So I took over at some point. Let's see if I can keep the
Multi-tracks, you've got to keep your eye.
the lead.
You've got to keep your eyes open. Oh.
They got me. So
Shut you down.
my opponent escaped. So I tried to do an old 360 there to get rid of the heat.
Shows you the risk of using it though.
Well, yeah, I could have possibly triggered the drift to exit earlier, but
Yeah.
they got me. Let's take my revenge there at the end. And there you go.
Still keeping up there. You didn't win the race. Did you get? You probably got the 5 stunts at least.
I didn't. Well, I got them, yeah. And actually, it says I did. Oh no, because I already did that race
Oh,
in
you
the
already did
past.
the race, of
so
course.
the flags are already achieved.
There we go.
So no,
That's
I got
what's happening.
second, and I already had the stunts. There you go. So that's
Great.
that's a description a bit of the Lotus
Absolutely.
event in career. So blueprints, currency, fun.
Yeah, lots to do.
Yeah.
Lots to do. Really filling out the single player as we go, like always making sure there's new content for everybody at basically every level, because that's second chapter. And you get that Lotus Esprit Spirit Sprint
Yeah,
20,
the sprint
220,
220.
almost as a gift.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it is
basically,
it is a gift, and it's a fun car.
It's a little car. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
It takes a bit of. It's different to that I normally hang with the Porsche, the Cayman, and yeah, it feels very different to that. Okay, so for those people just joining us, I'm Alex. This is Antoine, the principal game designer of Asphalt 9 Legends. In the chat, we have Mina. She'll be taking your questions. We've just touched on the first new car to come for Asphalt 9 Legends, which was the Lotus Esprit Sprint 220. Ooh, there's a lot to remember every time I do that. And next, we are going to be taking a few questions from Twitter, which we have ready for you here. Then we're going to be talking about the titular title of this update, which is the club race. So we're going to move on to that in just a sec. But first, we have
Exciting
these questions.
stuff.
Absolutely. But first, we have these questions from Twitter, and the first one is from Purpaderp, and it says, "I like Asphalt 9 and all. I like Asphalt 9 and all, but for other people, what's going to happen with Asphalt 8?" We've got a very simple answer for this. It's going to keep on going, going to keep on growing, going to keep on improving, as is proven by, as will be happening actually this month when the next update hits, and there will be an entirely new environment with tracks. I don't know if we've announced that. We might have done in the last Asphalt 8 live stream. Go back and check that. Go and check the Asphalt 8 live stream. We go into that new track a bit more there.
But yeah, new track, so pure fun content, new events to learn, new best routes, awesome stuff.
Yeah, still growing, still improving. That's the key takeaway. Okay, second question. Oh, this is the tiny one. The second question is from Nick's Asphalt.
Yep.
Sorry, Nick's Asphalt 008. And they ask rather, why is it that I spend the same amount of effort as others do at the end of a multiplayer season in Legends, still only get, he says, useless blueprints as rewards, whereas others get epic blueprints like McLaren P1. You need to fix these league rewards and give epic cars to those who end in multiplayer in Legends League. Sorry, tripping over my own words today.
Well, that's a good question. We're glad to announce that now, if you finish in Legend, you will not get blueprints for either the Shelby or the M4.
Okay, so we're moving that up just the next,
Yeah,
bracket,
so
next tier of tiers.
you're much more likely to get cars that are suitable for your legendary status.
Build your legend.
Exactly. So that's better, I suppose.
Yeah. Next up, and this is something that we were going to touch on, I think, and we didn't, which was, can you improve the touch drive?
So we've tried something. We created a little variation where in touch drive, what happened, you had a bit of a train effect, where cars were following each other and hitting themselves in the back. So we had a little bit of an avoidance system. And we're just testing it with the update, seeing if people like it or not. Because the car is going to dodge a bit the other cars. So maybe the car, well, we'll see if it's better or worse. And we're waiting for your feedback. We want to know if it's better for you guys, or if you prefer that we go back to the old system.
This actually comes down to something that when we were first talking about this stream, while it is now the club race update, I heard a lot of talk initially about it being called the community update. You really are listening to feedback as it comes, responding to it. So if you enjoy the changes that are being made, well, let Mina know on the social channels, but she'll feed it back to the team. Absolutely, we are listening and looking and continue to evolve.
And if you don't, let us know as well. We will listen.
I'm actually quite interested to see how the new one, because touch drive's grown on me quite a lot. In fact, I sometimes forget that I've switched back when I jump in. But yeah. Okay, one last one before we move on to the next stage of the stream, where we'll be talking about club update, club races. And this is from Gamer360. The question is, Asphalt 9, when will you add rooms and the option to invite someone from the clan or friends in multiplayer?
Well, that's why we're here today. That's the best feature added to this update.
Yes.
Possibly. Maybe I've got something for you at the end. Maybe a surprise, say.
Different people enjoy different things.
Yeah, but I think that one will be enjoyed as well. But that's for this update, the club race update. We're adding club races, and that's exactly what Hunter Gamer 360 was asking for.
It absolutely
so
is.
I'll show you quickly how it works. Up, you go to your club.
So, I'll let people know why we're here, just because this is a good time to reintroduce, in case people are just joining us. Obviously, stream's up live. I'm Alex, and this is Antoine. We are here to introduce to you the Asphalt 9 Legends Update 1, the club race update. Now, we've already touched on the Lotus Elise Sprint 220. That's one of the new cars being added in this update. It's a D-Class car. But now we're going to move on to the club races, and this is the titular name for this update. It is the focus of the update, and I've been really enjoying it. That's the bottom line, I think.
All right, so now to the core of the subject. You enter the club, and here you can see at the bottom right of the screen, club race. So we've got 4 members of our super club club. They're there waiting for us, so we're gonna jump in, up, create a race. We'll pick an environment, so you can see all the different environments are present, and then you can pick your favorite track. So let's go to Rome. Rome, St. Peter's kickoff. We'll pick 1 lap. You can pick up to 3 laps, so you can have some good catch up if people get taken down at the start.
Rush minute and St. Peter's kickoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll pick the Lotus.
Okay, you're going with the Lotus, so we're gonna.
And once I've created, you'll see that the room will appear, and my clanmates will be joining me.
Yeah. Now, interestingly for me as a clanmate, I have just seen in my clan chat
that appears here.
That appears on the side. Yeah, coming up. And I have the option to join. Obviously, Antoine already has created it, so he's in there. I can just hit join and we go. Now, the one thing is, like, what you can pick, number of laps.
You can pick number of laps.
Any track you like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a few.
Couple of exceptions.
1 or 2 that don't really work for it, that have been left out. But when it comes to picking a car, it's kind of I call it an honor system, which is just. But what we mean is, you discuss in chat, you talk about what you want to race. There's no limits at either end.
So it's gentleman agreement. You pick the car you want.
Yeah.
So if you want a fair race, just talk to your clanmates, and if they don't behave, just boot them.
Well, I'm going a little bit on the higher end here. I'm taking my Porsche Cayman out, 718, because this is the car that I normally race with when I'm in the D classes.
So we're joined by Mina, Paul, and Doofus here. And so I think that's we've got the full army there.
They're all doing. I feel bad.
So I'll be launching. Let's do it.
I feel now. I feel quite cheeky. Then again, not as cheeky as you, who's racing a faster Lotus.
Well, mine's upgraded, but they had all the leisure to upgrade it. It's they want the challenge. So here you go, racing against your club mates.
Yeah. And that gentleman's. I'm not being very gentlemanly here, but I'm still going to lose, so it's fine. That's what I reckon anyway. That's what my money's on. Unless I keep talking, I reckon if I can talk your ear off, I'm in with a chance.
Well, yeah.
It's not working for the other two though. They have the unfair advantage of neither having me nattering in their ear.
It's a strategy.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
We've got poor connections. Probably because we're all piggybacking on the same internet.
With a stream.
Mm-hmm.
I am not doing well. I just got to hope that having the better car is going to give me the edge at some point.
Fighting with Paul here.
I am so happy that we're streaming your game right now.
Well, are you wrecking all over the shop?
I have wrecked twice.
Really?
Yeah. Unforced errors. I'm going to blame it on these glasses that I have to wear for streaming, because my other ones reflect the green and make my eyes see through.
There, Paul took the right route. I prefer the left because I can take that ramp easier.
I was going to say I like the left one too, but I think you might be talking about different roads. I'm that far back. Oh no, I see what you mean. Yes. Same road.
So that allowed me to take the lead. There you can flat spin in the air, but I'm going to play safe. Okay. And just not flat spin.
Well, come on, at least let me see whoever's at the tailets. I assume it's Mina, because if you've been tackling Paul up there.
Paul was giving me issues at first, but I think I've he's gone out of the picture, sort of thing.
It's just this slightly disheartening thing of just seeing all your names in the distance at this point. Oh, I'm real nervous because you're on the replay. You're going to be able to have access to all of how the horrors I've wrought on myself.
We'll check it out, but I had an advantage.
I might have fallen into the water.
So here you go.
Is your advantage just being better than me?
Well, I mean,
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I can accept it. Oh, how far behind was I? I'm embarrassed.
Let's check out that action. So you want to see your point of view?
I don't want to see my point of view at all. Oh,
beautiful graphics as ever.
3 seconds behind.
Whoa, there you wrecked.
I forgot I had manual control. Oh, I avoided that one.
Let's have a look at Mina's action. She was behind in the fight. Here's the pole.
Should we take it out for one more club race and I'll set it up so they can see it from your end?
All right, can do.
You can stick with that while I set it up real fast.
Yeah, as you can see, you get a little bit of rewards depending on your reputation points. It's more a little something for you guys, but it's not the best way to farm, obviously.
I want to go to Scotland. I like Scotland. We'll take a 1 minute track. Just do one lap, I think. Okay. And this time I will also race the Lotus, but I feel like you might be have the advantage with this.
Okay. Well, let's check it out.
Okay, there we go. It's up now.
So we've got
Super Club is ready to go.
We've got a new race. I'll show it again. So you get this event appearing here, and when you get to that screen, you can see the list. You can have actually multiple ones, crazy stuff. But I'm gonna join this one then, created by Do First.
That's me.
And so we're saying Lotus.
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Paul, I'm coming for you. I hold no illusions that. Oh no, I've launched it. I'm not coming for you.
Then it's just you and I.
Oh no.
No patience.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Mina. That was an errant finger, unfortunately. I just tapped the screen.
Off we
I
go.
was checking something else. We will have more club races coming up because we have got another car to introduce in just a moment, actually. I do love. I think Scotland's my favourite track.
Scotland really captures the essence of the Scottish landscape.
Yeah.
You feel like you're there, and I lived there for a couple of years. So
Whereabouts?
I was in Dundee.
Ah. haven't been to Scotland much, only for a few events here and there. And ooh,
Here you can see the awesome nitrous duration.
despite having a rather fantastic kill.
That's a nice thing to have in your wardrobe.
Yeah. I was much closer
Yeah.
in that race.
That was
I
a
feel
fine
happy
race.
with that.
And seeing that my car was a higher car rank, that was fun.
Guess I spend more time in Scotland.
There you go.
Okay.
So there you go.
fantastic.
These are the club races, so you can pick any car you have
Mhm.
and just play with your friends.
We are going to be coming back to those in a moment,
Cool.
but before we do that, we did have something to discuss with the more multiplayer stuff. Or are we leaving that for a bit?
Oh, we can do that now.
Yeah, I think it's now.
Really? You want to do that
Yeah,
now?
I think I had it
So-
bookmarked in here.
So in multiplayer, you may have noticed if you've already downloaded the updates that we precise already on this screen the car rank, and you see the position there. So if you're number 1, you are top 1, top 2. And these are special icons for being top. What does that mean? In the current event, it's not, the rewards are not there yet, but what we've done is that we've added rewards on top of getting into legend. What does that mean? That if you're like part of the top 1000 at the end of the event, you get that pack of reward as an extra on top of the legend reward.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong, yeah, I think it's like that. That's what you get for getting into a top 100. And if you're number 1,
Wow.
you get quite a big bundle of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's quite a stock.
Yes.
That will set you up. So, how do I get to be ranked number 1?
So to be ranked number 1, you need to play very well, race against other players, and beat them.
Okay.
Now, if you lose, you will lose points, even if you disconnect by mistake. So it will be, I think, way harder to get into the top positions.
I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm not going to make it.
Well, give it a shot. You can see on this special one, I'm number 1 on Egoista series. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, we'll come.
All right. So do you want to do a race on that, or?
We will in just... Yes, let's do a race on that. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's take it out.
So our club members will also be joining us. So maybe we could temporize a bit, or
Yeah.
I can tell them in the chat.
Do we want people to see that? Yeah, there we go. In the chat.
There you go. Using the powerful chat feature.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we can pick some cars. So I see I've got the Egoista unlocked there. I'll take it for a run. That's a cool car. So let's see if we'll get them to see us in time or not. Or maybe it will be just you and I. We will see. At any rate, just have a race.
Got a load of things to clean. There we go.
Yeah, let's wait a sec. You need to pick a car.
Yeah. I was in the right place. Thought I wasn't for a second there.
Yeah. I pick the Egoista. Be crazy.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Cool. Let's see who else is in there then.
I've been matched. I'm in match with you. There we go. Yeah,
Okay.
There's only 4 people playing at the same time in this particular one, so it was quite likely that we would meet.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna bask in the glory of my current lead.
Nice.
I stayed. I kept it. Got it back. Yeah, should have maybe got that nitrous. Did I have?
Oh, you don't need nitrous.
I need that truck. I was gonna say lorry. That truck to be out of my way there.
Hitting trucks is not helpful.
I found that in real cars as well.
They hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good daddy joke.
Okay.
While racing, I think it's not too bad.
No, absolutely. I think we get a little bit of a buy on that. And so much stuff coming in this update for people who want to race others. I really have to stop hugging the walls because that's where the cars live.
So they are. Just hit one.
Thank you. Give me a chance.
So very good nitrous direction, even though the car is 1 star. also decent handling, so I can take that old curve. People like to shockwave and do it again. I don't know about that, but let's do it. And off we go. Dashing for the win, flat spin. Yeah!
Oh.
Nice, but well, not the perfect race, but quite cool.
Yeah, I'm a good, 6, 7 seconds behind you?
That's not bad.
7, 8, 9.
I don't know. Just having a look at the old replay. Wow, that's a beautiful
what was your
car.
time, I said, looking at it?
You pop out. I did 1:27, so you were
10, 9.5 seconds
9.5
behind
seconds.
You. Wow.
Good game,
Okay.
good game.
Good game. Okay.
Alright.
So that's the multiplayer rewards that are coming. Just one of the new ways that we're adding in to be able to get more rewards.
More rewards, like just for free. Now when you get to Legend, you don't have to sit there.
Yeah.
You want to like keep going and get to the top. Also, we modified the packs. So now on this specific server, it's still no, actually it's correct. Now you need only 5 cups to get the first pack, 10 cups to get the second one, and 15 to get the premium pack. So it's way more friendly. You don't need to like if you're losing a lot, lose a lot. You can fairly fast get the packs. I think it's more friendly.
Brilliant.
So that's all good, I think, for the multiplayer changes.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's so much stuff's already being added. I mean, it's the first update. It hit the ground racing. I was going to say running, but it seems inappropriate. But yeah, everything's being added, just expanding the content. It's fantastic. But we have a few more questions from Twitter that we will be taking now. So we have got. Have I hit the wrong? Nah, there we go. We have got from the Guardrail Boy, Asphalt 9 Livestream multiplayer balancing. You can't seriously expect a Lancer with a rank of 1000 to go up against a Lamborghini with a rank of 3000 and do well, right?
Okay, so that's a question we get a lot because
it's a bit of a misconception.
What happened is that in Asphalt 8, we matched the cars by car rank. In this one, we match people by skill. So my answer to that is don't take a knife to a gunfight. So if you manage to get to a level where people can use such a powerful car, that means that those people are very skillful. Take your best car, don't take your crappiest car.
Yeah.
And do the best time you can. We want people to be really, when they are at the top level, be using their best cars. That we keep rotating. I don't know if you guys have noticed, in multiplayer, it's not always the same cars that are the best.
Okay.
So each season we'll have different best cars, so you can have fun with different cars.
So we keep changing it up. We keep shifting those balances a little bit.
Keep an eye out. I think we're gonna have soon some events that will have like very outlandish car filters, maybe like only 2 cars, so we can have like duels and things like that.
Awesome.
We'll see.
All this is coming. Okay, next up, Shuhailed. I think that's going to be how you pronounce it. 26006834. Don't phone that number. I don't know what it will get you. And their question is: are you planning to add boosters like nitro starters, tuning kit, extra tanks to Asphalt 9?
Okay. The answer to this is no, for now. But because you never know for sure. But my feeling is in particular about boosters that affect the cars physically, is that it gives a bit of an advantage to people that don't really need it. Because it's generally the people that played a lot that have them, whereas the new people don't have them. On top of that, especially in Nitro Starter, what that does is that it removes value to acceleration, because from the start you could shockwave and get to top speed.
Blast out
So
there.
that would give even less power to the other stats which I want to have their weight against top speed. That's my fight.
That's your battle.
That's my
Getting
battle.
that balance in.
Yes.
Okay, and the last tweet for this little section is from Rohanku Marva, M9. I think the M is separate from the rest of that. One more question. Don't you think that in Asphalt 9 we get about 65% of the time flying the cars from ramps, whereas 35% of the time we're driving it? Means are we dependent on ramps? Don't you think so?
So I think ramps in the game are part of what makes Asphalt fun.
makes it different.
where you generate nitrous, where you use your nitrous, where you decide the stunts, where you can change like the different tracks that are available. I think the ratio is a bit hyperbolic there. Probably it's more 20-80. So you spend a long time in the air, but I think it's a cool feature.
Absolutely.
So it's actually good. It's what makes us different.
And I say this every time we talk about it, but I do think some tracks, there's more time in the air, off ramp specifically. Like we were just racing Scotland, and there, while you're in the air quite a lot, that time is generally jumping from one part of the like hopping islands essentially. And then the difference there when you kind of move into San Francisco, where everything's like launched, and you're doing like quite long sections comparatively.
So it will depend on the tracks. There is no definite science to how many jumps we put. In the end, we just create the races to be fun.
Or what part of the environment you're in at the time also makes a difference.
If there's a massive river, you'll want to jump it.
I tend to go into it.
Yeah, that works as well.
I need that submarine car. Okay, so now everybody just joining us, welcome. This is the Asphalt 9 Update 1 live stream. I'm Alex and I'm here with Anton, the principal game designer of Asphalt 9. And in the comments we have Mina, who is taking your questions as we go. So far we've talked about the Lotus Esprit Sprint 220, got it right now, which has been added to the game. That's a D-class car. We've also talked about changes to multiplayer rewards and to the club races that are new to the game that allow you to race with other members of your club, set up lobbies, start it all from there, race with friends and club members. Now we're going to move on to the second new car coming in the new update, and this is the Ferrari J50.
Okay.
Which is
so are we going to
an A-rank car.
Are we going to race it in as a club?
We're going to have a look at it and then we're going to race it as a club.
Well, we can look at it while I join your
okay,
event.
yes, I will set it up while you go.
We're warning also our club members to maybe join us if
be
they
ready,
can.
if they're not keeping an eye on chat. Also, if Mina doesn't answer your question for a couple of minutes now, it's because she's racing us.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, the Ferrari. We're going quiet. The Ferrari J50 is a pretty special car. There's only about 10 of them out there, and it was created to celebrate the 50 years in Japan, 50th anniversary of Ferrari in Japan. Sorry, I was still looking for a track.
So a very exclusive car.
A very exclusive car.
You won't drive it tomorrow, say?
Yeah, we're gonna have a look once we're in. That makes sense. Where we go? There we go.
Okay.
Now, I did a little bit of looking into this one. Apparently, it's based on the kind of Ferrari cars, the 70s and 80s, the road cars they had. Like, there's inspiration from.
Well, in terms of looks, possibly. In terms of technology,
no.
I heard it's similar to the 488 that we have in the game already, but it's a bit souped up. So that's why it managed to get into. So here's the race.
Do we know who the 10 people are who have them?
No. I think
Just,
it's a secret.
I imagined it would be.
Yeah.
I think that's news you wouldn't want getting out. But
So let's have a quick look.
Mina's in. Okay.
Good looking car.
It's a great looking car.
Nice.
I'm always. I mean, I think I've expressed I have a mild affinity for Porsche, but every time I look at a Ferrari, I can't help but acknowledge that they look stunning.
Okay, so very balanced car. Everything is in its place. As you can see, decent acceleration. Everything's quite good. It's a good starter A-class car.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go then.
And we're all racing at a baseline this time. I don't think anybody's upgraded their cars.
Yep.
So
here we go.
It's a true test of skill.
Yeah.
I'm so
and we're on the Pearl of the Orient.
Yes.
Challenge.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Quite like it as a race, but yeah, I suppose it is quite tricky. Oh, Paul did say being a blue car. Oh, and you've got a star because you're the club leader.
I am.
So yeah, we went for Shanghai because it was about as close as I could get to Japan, I think, from the maps we've got. I think.
Himalaya would have been okay as well.
Yeah, I don't know which is closer, I was thinking that.
Mina is taking the lead there.
I like holding back so I can like see my moment.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah, I like to see.
Oops.
the real issue, the only problem with my strategy is that I've still got to be in range to do something about it when I see the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, everyone's off that ramp. We all seem to be doing all right. Challenge or no, I've spoken far too soon. Far too soon. Oh, I'm forgetting my game plan, which is to distract you totally by talking to you.
Well, it's kind of worked at the start. I did lots of mistakes, and now Mina's escaped.
The bit that depresses me about that is that I haven't hit anything, I haven't crashed like I normally do, what I would consider mistakes. Clearly,
Well, we're quite good.
clearly at your level of play, what would class as a mistake is not the same as mine, which is generally ploughing headfirst
Yeah.
into a truck.
I don't think I will catch up. Good race on Mina.
Wow. She's been practicing.
Mm-hmm.
How far ahead were you guys? It was a 90-second race. It was 4 seconds. Oh, it's 9 seconds off Mina. What did you do, Mina? You have to give me your secrets next time.
Skills.
Yeah, very much so. I didn't crash once that time though, so I'm going to take that as not as a win, obviously, because Mina got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more race. Do you want to have a quick look at the stats there? I was
Oh,
going to say
we already
upgrade,
did.
but-
No, let's not
Oh, we had a look
upgrade.
at the stats. Missed that. So one more race. We'll make it a quick one. Okay, we're going to take the 30-second double roundabout
Okay.
because pretty much how I learned to drive was just going around roundabouts because I kept getting lost. So maybe I'll have a little bit of an edge because of that. Back in the J50.
F5, F5, F5. All right.
Hmm?
We got the refresh button.
Ah,
All right. Off I go.
Mina and Paul.
Let's wait for them. Well, that's a short race, that.
It is. It is.
That's going to be intense.
We're going to blitz it. We're going to take some questions and we're going to have a look at some other things. OP Mina indeed. Daya no way is absolutely picking that. It's not full maximum, you can have up to 8 in this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
You can
Just-
have 7 players plus the creator.
Yeah, we just only have 4 people in our club to race with.
Here's Mina.
There we go. Everyone's
Paul.
in.
Off we go. That's an extremely short race.
Extremely short race. Basically, I'm hoping that the difference in my time between you guys is going to be shorter, purely by stint of the overall race being shorter.
Well, that's the point. I mean, it can't be more than the time of the entire race.
Oh,
And
gamble
then,
there.
And being
Failed
trolled by
gamble.
Paul. You got the old low battery display.
Oh,
I'll blame my defeat on that.
I've been harrying Paul for you, so.
Yeah, Mina escapes again.
Mina's doing very well.
I hit a truck.
Ah! Oh, sorry, that was me going. I think the truck you hit.
Bounced on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we could see the replay of that. That's quite fun.
Okay, I didn't lose.
There you go. You beat Paul.
I class that another win. Basically, I'm going to come out of this feeling like I've won every race, despite the fact that I've won no race.
Mm-hmm.
Optimism is the key. Okay, let's see what we got.
That's where I think the truck's coming soon.
Yeah,
I think that's,
it scared me coming out that corner. I thought I had that line nicely done, and then out of nowhere came like a old camper
oh,
truck.
there it is. Ah, no,
Yeah.
you actually dodged it just about.
From inside the car, it felt like I was more inside it.
There you go. So that's club races. Good for training, learning new best strategies
Yeah.
for the races.
You can pick because you can pick any boat.
You can pick any car you like. That's fun. So you can train there and get your club mates to teach you stuff.
The wrong button. There we go. Sorry about that if you saw for the hiccup. So we've got 2 more tweets to hit up, and then we're going to have a look at a few more things and move on. So one of those tweets is from Rip mixed. Can we see a bit more visual precision in the game map for seeing the opponents more like Asphalt 8s?
Well, that's an excellent proposal. I think that's something we'll definitely look into. It is true that right now, as it is set up, it's pretty, but if there are two opponents behind you, you don't have the info.
Right.
And I will add to that, possibly something we will look into is change the color depending on what nitro they're using.
Right.
So if you will know if they're like maybe attacking you with a shockwave from behind, that's something we'll look into doing. I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Maybe for X or Y reason it will look bad or it will be distracting and we won't do it. But definitely we will look into improving that part of the game.
It's good to know when there's danger closing rather than just
Danger.
another racer. Okay, and our last question from Twitter today is, are you guys going to add new modes other than club races?
So, club races, I want to reiterate, brilliant feature.
Loving them.
Something that
Yeah.
was requested by players and I think it's just plain awesome. It's just pure fun. Also, we will definitely keep going to add new modes to the game. Can't say when or how fast, we can't, because we need to test them, we need to see if they're working, we need to make sure they don't destroy the game. But we're always looking into making the game more varied and more interesting in career, in events, in multiplayer.
Making everything bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And talking of that, in fact, we have added something else new, which are the daily tasks.
Yeah.
But we're going to hit those in just 2 seconds. Before I do, just to reiterate what we're doing here. I'm Alex, and this is Antoine, the principal game designer of Asphalt 9 Legends. And we are here to introduce the club race system that's been introduced in the update that landed today on iOS and Windows and coming very soon to Android. Keep an eye on our social channels for news when that lands. Mina, who is in the chat right now, probably giving you more information about that as we go and answering your questions. So far we have talked about the club races, talked about the changes to the multiplayer leagues and the rewards you get there. We've also talked about the Ferrari J50. I don't know why 90 stuck in my head for that. J50, which it was to celebrate 50 years in Japan, hence the name. And also the Lotus Sprint 2020.
220.
220.
Aye.
But we are now going to touch on daily tasks, which are new to the game, and these are part of adding more ways to get rewards, more ways to grow your garage faster, more ways to upgrade.
It's pure reward for the player, so it's at the bottom right there on the main screen.
Yeah.
You can see daily goals. You just pop in there, and you can see you get a little objectives, goals that you can achieve every day, and that will grant you rewards. If you do more than 6 goals, I think every day, you will get an extra goal combo reward. That are blueprints for the Asterion, and if you already have the Asterion, you will get extra tokens instead. So it's just things that you would normally do. Just play the game, play multiplayer, purchase in upgrades for your car, and that will allow you to just get extra tokens for playing the game, which probably you're already doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just more ways to play and more ways to expand that. I mean, obviously, one way you can get that is through the time-limited events that have been a part of the game since launch.
Yeah.
Now, doing a lot of those are going to move you forward as well as upgrading your cars.
So limited time events, where we can just show them again, so if people see. There's a classic event. This one, I suppose everybody knows it, is the one, your go-to event when you're starting the game. If you want some blueprints for cars that are super useful for progressing and at a fast pace, you get in there and you can get blueprints for all those cars. So if you do that event daily and go for every single blueprint, in no time you would have a car of each class, which very fast will allow you to go up in multiplayer, advance in career. It's and it's fun. It's a bit of a challenge.
Should we take that for one spin? Have a look
Sure.
at the time limit, get in there,
We'll do.
see it in action.
Let's try to go for the Centenario. So I did an
Okay.
A-class car. Try to go with the J50. Is
Yeah.
it fast enough?
You could upgrade it a little bit.
No.
No?
Challenge.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course.
Where is it? Let me know if you see it. Oh, it's not in the filter. Of
Oh.
course, the event was created before it
Before
existed.
it existed.
So it's not delectionable, unfortunately.
So how about we take La Ferrari instead?
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
a
closest.
good change.
Yeah.
Off we go.
So there we go into the time limited time event. I keep calling it time limited event. I don't know why. Apologies.
So Ferrari, La Ferrari.
Yeah. Take it away, tearing through this one. So this is we're in Cairo and tearing through. I mean, it's only a 30-second race. I'm guessing by the speed you're clicking through that percentage counter of your distance.
Yeah, so it's one of them time gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go as fast as possible to finish and get, well, easy blueprints. You can see it's fast as well to get there
Yeah.
if you do it right.
I mean, obviously you're incredibly good at managing your speed and when to use your nitro there. It's something to see because normally when we're racing, I'm focusing on my own screen and not realizing just what you're doing right.
Yeah,
So
that's the name of the game. Make sure you're going at the highest speed possible, the longest you can. Try to get the hair time. There's a balance between the danger of taking ramps that may wreck you. So, and when you're doing a stream, obviously you possibly want to take safer routes. There you go. So that's a good way to earn rewards in the game and keep progressing. Do your events daily and progress fast.
brilliant. And I think that's everything from this update. Have I missed anything?
No, I think we're all good. We've seen everything.
Fantastic. Well, Antoine, thank you once again for joining us.
Thanks to you.
Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you to Mina in the chat for answering all of your questions as we've gone.
If I may,
Oh,
one
yes,
thing
of
I
course.
just thought about. Keep in mind, car balancing. We are always looking into the performance of the cars.
That's right.
This update, we gave a little nudge to, I think it's 8 cars, making them more powerful. That's mainly B-class cars, A-class cars, all those cars that were maybe not performing as well as we expected. Let's see if they do perform better now, if people are happier with them in multiplayer, if they do better times in events, if in career they're more pleasant to drive. And we will always keep modifying the cars
Tuning and
until the balance is caught.
Yeah, especially as more cars are introduced, there's
Yeah.
just that little bit more granularity. That's
Yeah,
introduced.
yeah, yeah.
So I thought
Sorry?
we,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I thought we touched on that when we were talking about the Lotus, but that was something we were talking about before the stream. So yes, important thing to note. I'm going to thank you again, Antoine.
Thanks to you.
And of course in the chat, Mina. She will be both in the chat for a little longer and also more importantly be in comments. So if you have any questions, she'll be on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook and on the Asphalt forums. Be sure to hit her and Fab up there. They'll be answering any questions you may have and listening and giving that feedback to the team. This was Asphalt 9 Update 1's live stream where we talked about the new club race feature. Now, we want you all to get in on that. It's going to be great. Get racing your clubs. Start enjoying those races together just with your friends.
Yep.
It's been great to
And
see.
enjoy the extra rewards.
And enjoy the extra rewards because there are a stack of them now. Keep the conversation going on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and on our forums. And we will see you very soon for another update or maybe something in between if there's.
Yeah, and see you on the asphalt.
And see you on the asphalt. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Did you?